guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'm going to be doing my Q&A, which I told you guys that I was going to do like a month ago, and I'm just not getting around to it. Actually, this is my 4th time recording this video, and if this doesn't work out, we're just gonna forget that I was making a video, because obviously that just means that it wasn't supposed to happen. These questions are what you guys asked me from my car Instagram, so everything is going to be car related. If you guys want me to do another Q&A that's like more personal, then let me know in the comments below so I can go ahead and put the Q&A thing on my personal IG. Go ahead and follow my Instagrams right here, right now, so next time you won't be left out and you can ask me questions if you want to. So I'm gonna go right on into it. We got quite a bit of questions here. I'm gonna try not to ramble. I'm gonna just go ahead and answer them. Question number 1 is, what car do you want to be your next build? So right now I am looking actively at a drift car. That is gonna be probably my next build. I'm not planning on getting this car to really build right off the bat. I'm just getting it to feel, to learn, and kind of just see where it goes. But knowing me, it's probably gonna be modded out by the end of this year. Like, I'm probably going to end up doing the most, like I always do, for anything. The next car is going to be a drift car. I can't tell you which one it is because I don't want to like jinx myself, and I want to keep it a secret. If you know, you know. I've kind of told some people already. But it is an older JDM car, so that's all I'm going to say. Number 2 is, how do you like working at LEXUS? So a lot of people have asked me this. I love working there. I feel like I just feel very motivated working there because I feel like this is like a step in the right direction. A year ago I would have never thought I'd be the first, like, or I don't know if I'm the first, but the only female tech at a dealership. Definitely would not have seen that for myself. But I do love it. Everyone there is very friendly, very helpful. It's just a nice place to work. The facility is like very nice, very clean compared to any other shop you go to. You got AC, you got heat, like everything is nice in there. See, so the people are nice environment. I don't know what else you can really ask for. Management is very helpful. I don't have any issues with anyone. There's some people I can't stand, but I don't have any issues really with anyone. The whole reason I'm really there is to get my foot in the door, get experience, and that's why I'm really just proud of myself for working there, because it's really a blessing. And it's really just a step in the right direction. Number 3 is, where did you get the confidence and determination being a female in the car world? So I think if you are a girl or a woman and you are very serious about getting into the automotive industry, you have to have determination, and that goes with anything that you do, but especially when you're in any type of male dominated career, because obviously everyone is going to think you don't know what you're doing. Everybody is going to wait for you to make the slightest mistake and they're going to harp on it. So you really have to be on your A game like all the time. So I would say that determination is something that, like, you just have to have it. You have it or you don't. If you're wanting to pursue this, then obviously you will have that. But as far as confidence, I would say I really still don't have all the confidence. When I first started with like automotive at all was when I started working at AutoZone. And the week before I started working, I was so scared because I was like, I don't know anything about cars. I really don't. Like, I remember in my interview, one of the questions was, or they had a section where they give you like a part and you just have to like name as many components as you can. So like he would say brakes. All I said was like brake pads, and I think I said like brake calipers or something. I didn't know anything. Like, there's so many different things I could have said, and I really just I was like, I don't know. And I still got hired. But I remember having a dream the week before. I was like, I'm not going to know what to do. Everybody's going to be clowning me. And then you fast forward a year later, a year and a half later, and I'm a parts expert. You can show me pretty much any part, and I'll know what it is, what it does. And I definitely credit AutoZone with that. So I would say my confidence started with AutoZone because I was able to learn a lot in a short period of time. Anytime you're working with customers, they're obviously going to be asking you questions because you're expected to know. And sometimes when you don't know, it's okay. You just have to make sure that when you come back the next day, you can answer that question in depth. And that's what I did. And that's how I was able to build my confidence and learn so fast. Next question is, are you into JDM cars? And the answer is 100%. If you haven't noticed, I did change my Instagram account because it didn't fit me anymore. Like, as time has gone on, I've realized that I'm more into JDM than I'm into American Muscle, and definitely more than I'm into Mopar. Not saying I'm not into Mopar anymore, but it's just I have like more of a connection with JDM and the culture behind it and the society. Like, I don't know, the whole look, the whole vibe it gives off. That's just, I don't know, that's where I'm at right now. If it's a phase, it's a phase, but I doubt it. So yes, I am into JDM cars. What is your end goal with auto tech licensing? So right now I am in school for automotive technology. I'll be graduating in 2023 with my associates. And I plan on still working at the dealership and kind of getting my foot in the door some other places. But my long-term goal is to have my own shop and to be master certified. Obviously at LEXUS we have classes and certifications that we have to take. So by the time I'm done with LEXUS, I should be certified for LEXUS, but not master certified. So yeah, those are my two goals. Is just to be master certified and to have my own shop. Do you watch Initial D? So this goes with my JDM question. So obviously, I think Initial D is what really got me into JDM. Along with just the whole like community around this area and the huge like influence it has on the car community. But I don't actively watch Initial D like all the time or anything, but when I was exposed to it and watch a couple episodes, that's when it really turned around for me and I was like, yeah, this is where I need to be at. The next question is, what's it like to be a car girl? I'm not really sure what like, I know there's different types of car girls, as you can say. As it pertains to like actually working on cars and all that stuff, I wouldn't really label myself as anything. But socially, as a car girl, I would say it kind of sucks. For one, it's hard to make friends because a lot of girls don't really it's like, for me at least personally, the one thing that I can talk about passionately and have a long conversation about is cars. And there's not a lot of girls that can also do that. So if I do get like caught up in something or think something's really cool and I start going rambling into it, they're kind of just like,
huh? Girl, what you talking about? It's not that serious.
What is she talking about? And that kind of sucks. So, I mean, there's other things, I guess, like makeup or hair that I could like really get into, but I'm not as passionate about it, and then it's kind of just like the conversation will fall dry. So it's hard to make friends that are girls. It's hard to, and you would think like, because what I'm around most of the time is guys, that like I could be friends with their girlfriends. But that's not even the case either, because like their girlfriends are always mad at me just because I'm here, and I'm just like, I didn't do anything. Like, I want to be your friend. Like, I'm not trying to take your man. He's the bro. Like, just want to be your friend, please. And I'm always getting in trouble with somebody's girlfriend because I exist. So yeah. Then so that's two levels of it. It's hard to really be friends with guys outside of work because their girlfriends are gonna be mad if they know that you're hanging out with me, and then you can't be friends with their girlfriends because they don't like you, and then other guys it's hard to be friends with because they don't want to be just friends, they want to be more than that. So it's kind of tough socially to be a true car girl. Next question is, how do you find interest slash love for cars? For me, it started right around when coronavirus started, which when you think about it is not very long ago. So I'm pretty much new to this, and I just dove I just dove in head first, and the rest is history. Yeah, I just dove in head first, and the rest is kind of history. When I first got my car in 2018, I pretty much, when I looked at my car, I was just like, there's certain things that I feel like it would look better if it was like this. At the time, I was a fashion merchandising major, so that was right up my alley. Like, making things look better, like, appearance was a lot, like, everything to me. So, I would just look at certain things on my car, and I'm just like, like, this would look better if it was this way. And, that searching for the things that would, accomplish that is what really got me into the car community, because then I was like, wow, like, I never seen something like this, like, I didn't know you could do this. And it all just kind of built on that till I started really putting in my own creativity, which I had to, because obviously with the Dart there's really no place you can go to just get cool stuff. Like, you pretty much, if you see something that's cool on another car, you have to make it for the Dart. So yeah, that's how I really got into cars. I would credit my my ex, the person I was dating at that time. He was into cars because I think he was about to go into school for automotive, and he had a Honda Civic, and he tried to teach me manual a couple of times, and I like totally sucked at it. But I think he's one of the people that got me into it, because he took me to like a couple meets, and I was like, wow, like, this is so cool. And then I started modding my own car, and yeah, so that's kind of how that went. Next question, are you into Euro cars? So I think on my Instagram I kind of answered this, that I'm into Euro cars, but not by choice. I love European, like, the technology, everything behind it. Like, they're great cars, always have been. But they're really hard to work on, and that's why I kind of like stay away from them. But with my car, like, it was kind of like, gotcha, because that did not work out. The Dart is basically an American car on a European chassis, so suspension is independent. Suspension is like a Volkswagen, basically. It's a Fiat, basically, so I mean, it's a European car. So yeah, I wouldn't say that I'm really all in with European cars, but I would love to learn more about them. And yeah. What inspired you to customize your car? Like I said before, I think I answered it before. Basically just like being like, okay, this would look better this way. And then after a while, once I pretty much did everything I thought I could do, I got even more creative, and I was like, you know what, let's try this out. And I think the fashion merchandising creative mindset is what really like pushed it for me, and is what really put it over the edge for me to start customizing, because I customize anything I own. Like, pretty much anything that I have is gonna be customized. It's not gonna be like anybody else. Okay, next question is, how long does it take to wrap a car? So if you have 2 or 3 people, that's what I tell a lot of people. If you have 2 or 3 people that know what they're doing, you can wrap a car in a day. Depending on the size of the car. I wouldn't say like an SUV, maybe 2 days for 3 people. But if you have like a regular size car or smaller, you can definitely knock it out in a day. Me personally, the first time I wrapped my car, being that it was the first time I wrapped a car, period, and I was doing it by myself, it took me 2.5 days. And that was only half my car. And it sucked on top of that. So, it wasn't bad at first, but it didn't last long. It kind of started failing. But this last time that I wrapped my car, being that, you know, I just came from working at a body shop where that's pretty much all I was doing, had like way more experience this time. It took me about a day and some change because I gave myself a week because I was working and going to school during that time. So thankfully my boyfriend at the time went to the same school, so he was taking me to school and he also helped me like prep it. So I would say if you have someone to prep for you and like, you know, take out your taillights and handles and all that stuff, it definitely speeds up the process. But I think I worked on it maybe 6 hours a day and 5 days a week. So that's like 30 hours by myself. So I would say by yourself, probably 30 hours. And that's only like not having to do any prep work. Because the first time that I wrapped, I did everything. Like took everything out, headlights, bumpers, taillights, handles, all that stuff. So yeah, it's definitely easier if you don't have to do prep work. Next question is, when are you coming to Germany to wrap my car? Shout out to Jacob. This is his car right here. And he moved to Germany and he's like the first like OG in the car club. But whenever you we finna all get a ticket and just fly out there because it seems like you are not really trying to come back, Jacob. So, you know, we're gonna have to meet you out there. The next question is, as a woman, how did you start to educate yourself on cars and what got you into them? I feel like I answered this question too. Like, I didn't go seek out a book or anything like that. It's like, I knew I was into cars. I knew I wanted to be more into cars, so I immersed my life in it. Like, I just said, whatever I can do that's going to be car related, that's what I'm going to do. So I started working at AutoZone. Then I enrolled in automotive technology school. Then I was like, while I was working at AutoZone, I started working at a body shop because we don't learn collision in school. So I was like, you know, that's one more thing I can learn and get paid to learn it rather than paying someone to teach me. And then now working at a dealership. So it's like you pretty much just have to make your life you just have to make your life revolve around cars if you want to get into it. Also, when you're motivated to work on your own car, that definitely helps also, because before anything, that's what I was doing. Like, while I was only working at AutoZone, I was pretty much, because I think coronavirus had started during that time, so every paycheck that I was getting from AutoZone was going straight into my car. Like, a lot of people were like, how do you get so much money to work on your car? Like, you're only part-time at AutoZone. Like, this is before I was full-time. And I was like, well, it's coronavirus, so I'm not spending my money on anything else. I'm not going out to eat. I'm not going and hanging out. So it's going straight into my car. And nothing else really, because like I live at home, so it's like I didn't have anything else to I didn't have bills at the time, so it was like everything was just going straight into dime. Yeah, so I definitely feel like just immersing your life in cars and getting your hands dirty is how I got myself, like, started to get myself educated and got me into cars. But obviously taking the initiative to enroll yourself in college for learning about cars is a bigger step that some people take and some people don't. But I feel like my decision to do that was a great idea. The people I met there, and the school that I chose is just a great school. So yeah, I would recommend. Have you ever experienced discrimination in the workplace? Yes. And surprisingly, the most discrimination that I've that I've had in the workplace was at AutoZone, which is ridiculous because AutoZones all over the country, there's like a lot of women that work at AutoZone. And I feel like that is what made me, like what motivated me to continue to do what I do now, because people was talking down on me so hard. And the thing that really pissed me off the most about it is that the main people that would discriminate me at AutoZone was other black women. And that pissed me off. Like, I'm a nice, soft-spoken person. I don't really talk to a lot of people. Like, I'm shy. But that was one thing that pissed me off enough to go off on customers. And it was always a black woman. They would say things like, what made you want to work here? You don't know what you're talking about. Why are you working here? Is there a man I can talk to? And I'm just like, you came in here and asked me for help, and I helped you. You don't want to take my word for it, so you're going to go ask a man, and he's going to tell you the same thing I just told you. Like, you played yourself. You look stupid. That's probably the most discrimination that I received is at AutoZone. And it wasn't just black women. It was black women and like older white guys. Like it was 50-50 with older white guys, because like half of them were always like, you're so helpful, would give me like a great review, would be like, I'm coming back to see you. I had a couple customers like that. And then the other half would be like, is there someone else that can help me, because I don't want to ask you. And a lot of times, like towards the end of my working at AutoZone, it was funny because I knew so much and I had learned so much that they would be like, is there someone else I could talk to? And I'd be like, yeah, go ahead. And as soon as they would go ask them that question, they would be like, ask her, because I'm not really sure, but she definitely knows. And I'm just like, hello, look at you. Like, look where you ended up. As far as like working in shops, at the body shop, I had no discrimination whatsoever. And I was the youngest by probably 15 years or more, and the only girl. So like, I really just felt like I was being treated like a little sister or a daughter. So I didn't get any discrimination there. They were really just like there to help me. I feel like maybe even inspired a little bit by my work ethic. And as far as Lexus, the only discrimination I get is from other guys in Express, because sometimes, like, I'm not as strong as everyone there, and I'm working on it, and I have made improvements since starting there, but a lot of times when we're doing like oil changes, we all work together. So if there's an oil change being done and it also needs a rotate, then sometimes they'll do the rotate up in it like way high over my head while someone's doing an oil change. So it's hard for me to move a big ass tire above my head and be able to see the lug studs to like put it on and all that stuff. So I'll be struggling with that, and sometimes they do have to help me, but I'm working on it myself. And that's really the only type of really discrimination I get. I told you guys about the bro card thing, but I got my bro card back. So alright, last question. When and why did you begin your professional career in automotive? When, I'm gonna say that was March of 2019. March of 2020. March of 2020. Yeah. Dang, I'm a newbie for real. March of 2020. I've learned a lot in less than 2 years. March of 2020 is when I first started working at AutoZone. I think when I first started working at AutoZone, it was just because, like I said before, I was like, I mod my car all the time. Like, it wouldn't hurt to get a AutoZone discount. I'm always at AutoZone. I might as well be getting employee discounts. And that kind of grew to me being like, ooh, I need to know what everything is. I want to know what everything does. And then I was like, you know, batteries and bulbs and wiper blades is no fun anymore. Like, I want to actually be doing like turning wrenches and really doing some real stuff. And that's when I started working at the body shop. The guy that works there actually had a commercial account at my store, and he came in one day and I was working commercial at the time. So I asked him, I was like, "Are you guys hiring?" And he was like, "You want to work?" And I was like, "Yeah." So he was like, "Come by after work today, and you know, we'll talk or whatever." So I did. A month later I was working there. The rest is history, really, because after that I was like, I can wrap anything, I can do any body work, like I know all the parts, like I was just ready. And then school started and I felt even more confident. Lexus has definitely humbled me, I would say that. But I'm trying to keep it at a level where it's not like making me feel like I can't move forward, like I can't do something. Because I do kind of feel like I hit a wall now being at Lexus, because it is a lot of people's dream jobs, but it's not my dream job. But I am grateful to be able to work there, and I do enjoy working there. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for today. I'm glad I finally got through this whole video without like messing up or anything, so hopefully this will be able to be edited and get out to y'all. But yeah, like I said before, this is my automotive page Q&A. So if you guys want more personal questions, make sure you comment below so I can do a Q&A on my personal page and y'all can ask me about that. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any other questions, you know, you can comment below. Make sure that you like and subscribe for more videos. And I have not forgot about my mods video. Like, it's just been raining every single day, or I'm like working all day. So I'm trying to get a good day, which I think Tuesday I'm gonna go ahead and film it. So yeah, that video is coming. Now you guys have this one. So yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.